Hi, Renee. How are you?
Hi, Carla. I'm great. Thanks for being with me today.
Listen, I was up at the butt crack doing the Emmys. So the fact that I
Ah,
barely have any voice is, I love you. So it's my pleasure. Um,
thank you.
yes, of course. I remember seeing you on Broadway in this show called Living for Love.
Oh, you saw that. Wasn't that cute?
I loved you in that. I was sorry that it didn't get more love than it did.
Yes, yes, yes. I had a blast.
It looked like you had a lot of fun. It looked like you
Yes.
had a lot of fun. But let's talk about this one. What was the very first time that you sang an opera in Paris?
Oh gosh, I don't even remember. It was a long time ago. It was I can't even. I'm not even positive. I know what my debut was. I always think ahead. I'm never a person who thinks back, so I'm horrible at dates. I remember the birth of my children. That. Those dates are for sure good, but everything else is a blur. But I love Paris. I fell in love with Paris immediately. I've spent a lot of time there. It's been my home away from home, and so to be able to share it with a larger audience through the lens of opera and the city, to me, was like the perfect marriage.
I thought this was a really great idea. I thought it was a really great idea. And I was wondering if you'd like to curate any other concerts around some other cities that you love.
Yes, we have Venice already finished, and my joke is that if you've never been filmed in a drone on a boat in the canal, you have not lived. So it was amazing. What an experience! It's such a beautiful place. So yeah, this has been incredibly fun, this project, and I like doing new things, and I love making opera and the classical arts accessible to people where they live.
I love that you did this because it's really great. And I think that's all probably changed with the pandemic, being able to make things accessible digitally. So I
Yes,
really enjoyed and admire the fact that you took that on. Let's talk a little bit
yes.
about Axel Fagno. That voice,
Axel, isn't she
Axel.
gorgeous?
Oh my
Yes,
God, that voice. I was
yes,
like, I had to find out more about her when I saw that she had done a master class with you in 2019, and now
yes,
she's standing side by side with you as an equal
yes.
singing. How
I
did
know.
how did she go from being in a master class with you to standing alongside you performing?
Well, I knew her from the class, and so I asked for her. I said, I
Okay.
want Axel to be part of this. I want to showcase a young artist who's French, and boy, is she phenomenal. And what personality, too. She just comes alive in front of the camera. So I'm very excited about her. And Alexandra Duhamel sings so beautifully. Piotr Betsawa is a great colleague and a huge opera star, the Polish tenor. And the orchestra is great, but also how it's filmed and those costumes. Oh my gosh, I've
Oh my
never
God, the
seen dresses
costumes
like
that
that.
the dresses that you guys wore when you were singing,
Yes,
gorgeous.
amazing. Yeah, yeah. That's half the battle for the soprano, I'll tell you that.
I bet, I bet. Who was the person? So you encouraged Axel. Who was the person that encouraged you and fostered you in your career?
I had fabulous mentors. My book, The Inner Voice, is really, the chapters are mentors. So Leontine Price was incredible to me. She spent a lot of time alone with me, teaching me about how to navigate through the time when I was so in demand, it was overwhelming. Joan Sutherland, Marilyn Horne, great singers, really took me under their wing and advised me. This is the great thing about this art form is it's a tradition that's centuries old, and this kind of legacy and tapestry of people passing on their knowledge has always existed.
So, in closing it out, what is the one thing that you want people to take away when they see these series, Cities That Sing?
Well, there'll be two things. There will be the sort of interesting stories behind the opera and a reminder that these are very familiar tunes, all of them. They're used in commercials constantly. Secondly, and that they're beautiful and it's emotional. And secondly, that Paris is a great city.
I love that. Renee Fleming, thank you so much for giving me a slice of your time this morning,
Thank you.
afternoon, wherever we happen to be. I really appreciate you. I admire your work. I've been a fan of your work for quite some time, and I'm so honored to be able to finally have a chance to speak to you.
Wonderful speaking with you, Carla. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.